Hello, welcome to Animal Audit Corner. Today we are in the kitchen and we're going to be in the kitchen tomorrow again. You all know you got your aids from the SPTV Foundation and the MJR Aftermath Foundation. You got your roof over your head, the clothes on your back, your transportation, which is your car, but there's one thing you need to eventually eat. So today I have a recipe for you. Of course, as always, today we are going to make Middle Eastern halama. I hope I said that. It's a Middle Eastern dish, only it's in the tofu version. Normally they use meat, but since you're in a vegan/vegetarian kitchen, you're not going to find it here. And we are also going to make some pumpkin soup. And you know, it's the fall season and we're going to make pumpkin soup. And we're also going to make rice pudding. So let's get down to it. First, we're going to make our tofu or halama. Hopefully I said it right. It's a Middle Eastern dish. I think it's Lebanese. So let me think. First, you're going to need a small bowl. There's your small bowl. All right. Okay. First, you're going to need a half a cup of lemon juice. This is my 1 cup. Yeah, forgive me, I didn't grab everything, so let's get down to it. All right, gonna need a small whisk. So, yep. Oh, geez. Okay, half a cup. Okay, well, what can you do? So, gonna need half a cup of lemon juice. This might be it for the lemon juice. Hopefully not, and I didn't run out. Oh, keep my fingers crossed. Yeah, there's a little left in there. So, well. Okay, I'm gonna put a little in there. Okay. It doesn't matter if you run out and you know you need it for the next, and just maybe put like, just make sure you don't go all the way. That's all. If you're gonna need it for the next, well, I'm gonna need it for the next. So if you have that problem, just do that. I mean, it doesn't matter if you miss an inch or two. So, all right. Ooh, gotta put this back. All right. Then you're gonna need 2.5 teaspoons of yeast. Oh, here it is. It's actually natural yeast, but guess what? This is all I have. So, okay. All right. Neutral yeast. Sorry about that. So you add this in. This is the half. Since I grabbed that. And this is the 1 teaspoon. Alrighty. And each and every time I'm done using one of the ingredients, I'm going to put it back because I do need the room here to actually cook. I have a limited space. All right. And then we're going to need 1/3 teaspoon of salt. 1/2. Okay, so I'm just going to put 2 of these in there. It'll be 1/3. Okay, yeah, 1/3. Okay. Here is going to be 1/3. So, okay, there. Smell that yeast. Of course, just make sure yours is neutral because it's what it calls for, and plus that's all I got. So next time I'll get it. So we're gonna stir it up, and then we're gonna add 1.5 cups of olive oil. All right. Okay, let me get my cup. Or is it 1.5? Oh, darn it. Yeah, maybe it. Yeah, 1.5. I mean, okay. Yeah. And this is still in there. It's 1.5 cup of oil, I think. Okay, I wish I put cup, but I didn't. Okay. No, you know what? I think it's 1.5 teaspoon. I think. So let me do the teaspoon. I don't know why I tossed out the water. Yeah, you know me. So, and I came out to you about my ADHD and bipolar. So, okay. 1 teaspoon. Or is it? Yeah, 1 teaspoon. Yeah. 1 teaspoon and yeah, 1 teaspoon of half of olive oil. Where did it go? Oh, yeah, here it is. So we got a little left in there. So here we go. All right. All righty. Right. And a half of lemon juice. I mean, olive oil, sorry. Okay. Okay. Still a little left in there, but all right. We're going to mix it around. So, okay. And then you're going to need 10 pieces of tofu. So let's see here. So make sure they're in big pieces. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, I got up to 6 pieces. But yeah. Yeah, just 10 pieces. But if it's just 6, what can you do? So we're going to put them in and let it marinate. So I'm going to turn it to its side each and every time we dip them. And it's going to marinate. Okay. So we're going to say about 6 to 10 pieces. So now this is 1 brick. So yes, it's 6 to 10 pieces. All right. Now we're going to let it sit and marinate. Okay. Alrighty. Let it marinate. Now let's see. I think we're going to need a couple of teaspoons of. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, it's weird when you have what you have. So, okay. There we go. All right. And then we're going to take all right. Then we're going to actually let this boil up. So here we go. Now we're going to take the broccoli. You're going to need broccoli. It says 1.5 cups. So, but you know what? It's more than that. So we'll just cut off the stems. Okay. What's worse, it gets. I actually have extra ones that I can eat. Well, they're more healthy anyway, so. Okay. Cut this up. righty, there we go. Okay. Cut off the stems one by one. Of course, this doesn't have one, but I'll cut it anyway. Okay. Each and every one of them. And then where is, oh, geez. Oh, here it is. Now we're going to place them in the steamer each and every time. Now we're going to pull this aside for a sec. All right. Okay. Cut off the stem, each and every one of them. Now, do I actually have a story for you? Yes. I think 2 days ago, Jamie Mustard was on a show. Now, I forgot what show it is. He talks about his book. And as you know, what went on, he grew up in Scientology. He was an infant when he was handed over to Scientology. And it was probably OSA. And he grew up in it, as you know. But it wouldn't shock me. Let me toss these. And as soon as I get a food compactor, I am going to use it because I don't feel comfortable with throwing away food because it puts holes in the ozone layer. All right. Okay. Now, all right. And he made a startling, which doesn't really surprise me, that Trump knows about what's going on in Scientology, but he took the money. Of course, it's not a shocker. It happened. And he donated his profits. I mean, not profits, donations to him. Blood money that he took, which shouldn't surprise you. It doesn't surprise me that he does that. So, strange world we're living in, huh? All right. Okay. I'm going to cut this off. Put those in. All righty. And there we go. All righty. Now, we're going to make the tahini sauce. And this would be the dressing. That's the marinade. I'm going to use the dressing, and I'm going to rinse this off. Nah, I think I'll use another bowl. All right, now we're going to make the dressing. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of tahini sauce. Okay. There we go. And, oh, darn. This is 1 tablespoon. Oh, darn it. Let's see here if I can get. All right. Now, this is the sauce, as you know. Alrighty. Okay, we're going to put this away. Then we are going to have 1/3 cup of lemon juice. This is 1/3, if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Yep, it's 1/3 lemon juice. But if you don't have all of it, that's okay. All right, there we go. All righty. All right. Let me just turn this up because we can't wait forever. All right, there we go. Now we're going to mix it up. Oh, geez. Hopefully this won't fade fast. So if it gets darker, I'll grab my light, but hopefully it won't. And we'll get done by then, which I doubt. Okay, we're going to mix it up. And we're going to use 1 1/3 cups no, 3/4 cups of water. Okay. There we go. Oh, wait, this isn't it. All right, this is 2/3 cup water. Mix it up. All right. Now, is it going to work? I hope so, because water, that much water seems a lot, but who knows? You know what? I think I'll put in 1 more tablespoon of tahini sauce. So I wouldn't feel like it's so bad. So 1 more teaspoon. Okay. All right. Wipe this off. All right. I'm going to put this back on. So that's 2 tablespoons. If it stinks, I apologize. But you know, I told you in advance, I don't do anything in advance. I just go ahead and take my chances. And if you do that, there might be signs that it might not be good. But you know what? I take my chances. So, all right. Here we go. It's just a couple of tablespoons. So I think it probably does it. All righty. I'm going to rinse these out just in case we need them. All right, there we go. Mix it up. Yeah. Unbelievable, isn't it? But, Trump never surprises anybody. And whoever thinks he's doing an excellent job, no. But if he finally takes on Scientology, which it's highly unlikely since he accepted money from them, it's unlikely that he'll do that. All right. Well, that should do it. You know what? I don't think it's going to work. So, you know what? I'm not going to use this as a salt. I'm just going to marinate it with the rest of them. So, here we go. All right. There we go. Okay. So, now we're going to let it steam up. And then we're also going to put snap peas in there, but you know what? I don't have any. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use lima beans instead. So, you can replace one thing with another as long as it's soft. Okay. And since I don't have my peas, I'm going to use the lima beans. So, where should I put it? I think I'll put it in here. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to work, so I just dumped it in here. So now it's marinating, and I'm going to pull it over to the side. All right. Let me turn this up just a little bit. Oops. Yeah, okay. You know what? No, oh, well, it's there now. All right. It's on the smaller thing, but you know what? It's there now, and it manages to stay. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to move this. So I don't think it's going to work. So I'm just going to, yeah. And then I'll put it down on medium. So then, you know what? It says 1/2 in a cup, but you know what? I just want to use it all. So, okay. So it's 1.5 cups. And then the 1.5 cups of broccoli. And it calls for 1.5 teaspoons of spinach. I don't have it. And if you don't have a certain ingredient, one ingredient doesn't matter. So here we go. I'm going to dump the whole thing in here. So, yeah, isn't that a hoot? But use 1.5 cups, okay? But you know what? I didn't want to waste it. So I just put the whole thing in there. If you desire it, go ahead and do it. There's no limit to anything. Sort of. All right. All right. So, all right. So, you know what? There's very little in there, so I'll just put it in. Yeah, there's nothing left. It was just a drop, so. Oh, we don't need the cumin. All right. So, okay. I'm going to let it marinate. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Now we're going to make pumpkin soup. Okay. Now, at the last minute, I decided to add it to the menu. Now, I'm starting to think, you know what? Next time I come on, I'll have the prices for everything. All right. Now, it's better to actually buy store brand since the big major brands are expensive. Go for the low brands, and this is Giant Eagle. It's a food chain, so okay. All right, it's starting to boil, so guess what? We're gonna steam this up and then cover it up. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna take it down to medium. All right. So just put like 1 to 2 centimeters or 1 to 3 centimeters. Don't fill it up. I mean, yeah, fill it up to 2 centimeters. So nothing will burn in here. All right. So, okay. And now, let's see what else is there. We're going to also make the rice pudding, and this is soon after we actually make the soup. All right. Actually, you know what? We are going to put it on medium heat. So here we go. There. Actually do it. Put it on medium heat. High to medium. Medium. About in the middle. Yeah, put it somewhere in the middle. All right. Now, I'm going to use the cooking spray in case it sticks. You know how to do it. All right, there we go. Now, don't do it directly on the stovetop. Take it off the burner, spray it. You don't want any accidents, so go. Okay, so put it on medium heat. This goes. All right. This goes in this thing too. This is in the trash. Now, we're gonna wait until the lima beans is a little bit soft and the broccoli has a little bit of a light texture to it, and it crunches a little bit. So there we go. All right, so we're letting it soak. So yeah, I'm not going to use the sauce for it. It's not really not going to work. So I dumped it in here because guess what? It's a lot of the same ingredients. So, all righty. And if it's bad, I apologize. So, all right. Okay, so heat it up, and I am going to get flipper or spatula. Here we go. Yep, we have our spatula right here. Okay. All righty. And what else is going on, you all? Like I said, yesterday, it's more likely that Aaron's going to go to trial. Yeah, on bogus charges. That's the way it's looking like to me. But no, we're actually, I know that, you know what? I know the prosecution and the judge is definitely going to throw it out of the courtroom. There's no way a lame ass prosecutor or judge. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to be a lame ass to prosecute a case like that. And no judge and prosecutor is stupid enough to have a case like that. I know they're gonna throw it out of court. There's no way. All right. Okay. So, yeah. And what else is going on? Okay. Yeah, I've been doing a lot, and what else is going on? All right, I'm really halfway there to actually having this close to a project done. We're gonna see. So, okay, so now I'm gonna take our marinated tofu, put it in. Now we're gonna put about 3 at a time. All right. I today was stuck on what I was gonna cook, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna cook Middle Eastern, and I'm gonna cook whatever's in the refrigerator. I'm not gonna run to the supermarket over every little thing. So I had the tofu. I had about 4 of them, so I'm gonna have to use one of them. Okay. All right, I'm gonna keep this out. Wiping my hands every time I actually. Alrighty. Okay. And then I'm gonna flip it over. And as soon as this one's done, I'm gonna make a pumpkin soup. And you know what? I think we're gonna need the light, so let me go get it. Or yeah, let me go get it. Meanwhile, I'll turn this light on. Let's see. Yeah, it works. So no, I'm gonna keep it like this for a little while. So here we go. Or maybe I'll just go get it. Hold on. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. I had the light on there, and it's a just in case scenario. But we're fine right now with the light I have above. So, yeah. And you're thinking, we have to be prepared ahead of time. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's see here. Now, it has to be brown on both sides. Okay. All right. There we go. So lift it up every few seconds so it doesn't completely stick. So there we go. All right. Now make sure it's completely brown on the bottom. All right, what else is going down? Let's see. I am close. Now, when I get it pat down, I'm going to have that person call Aaron and give him the good news. Should I take credit for it? Of course. It's not a bad idea, but I'm not going to say what it is. And, okay. So, let me think. And I did let them know that I'm volunteering. So I sent up the flyer to actually donate my time. So I'm working on the projects for the SPTV Foundation. So, and of course, you know, Aaron's aiding 4 of them. All right, now we're going to check on these. All right, there. Okay, flipping those over, and it works. Okay, let me see here. Yep. Let's see here. Lima beans, maybe a little, just a little bit more. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna actually make sure this doesn't stick and it would be brown at the bottom. We're gonna make sure of that. Got 4 more after that, and then that'll be the end. As soon as this is done. Okay. But steaming, I think, doesn't take no longer than about, I think, 5 to 10 minutes. But I also put in the lima beans. It's definitely be decoration for the plate or whatever. Alrighty. Oh, before I forget, I'm going to show you last week's menu. Hold on. And there it is. Isn't that amazing? So, yeah. And I used the beef substitute. I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to live, but if you're not a vegan, if you want to use beef, I guess you can go right ahead and use it. Can't tell you how to live. But at the same time, I don't want to lose my vegan / vegan apron. What can you do? All right. Okay. All righty. Okay, let's see here. All right. All right, just a little bit more. Gonna be brown on both sides. I'm gonna make sure of that. Okay, just a couple of more minutes and it'll be done. So the lima beans is gonna be my bed, and looks like the broccoli will. Okay, so okay, keep on flipping them over, and it has to be brown on both sides. So we're gonna keep on flipping them over. All right, what is there to do? Okay, and you know I have another project that I'm doing. Can't say what it is because what if it doesn't happen? I don't want egg on my face, and I don't want to make like I'm not doing anything. So now, does Aaron know about it? I hope so. Now, if Natalie can be all the way out in Nebraska and be on the board while Aaron's in Clearwater, Florida, then guess what? I must be in Ohio here and send him messages. That's the way it goes. If he wants Zoom, I'll get it for him. All right. All right. All righty. Now, what else am I going to do? All right, let me see here. All right. It's done. So, let me. Okay. All righty. Take the spoon, scoop up every lima bean, put it on a plate. Okay. We're going to embed the lima beans since I put the whole thing in. All right. All right. Okay. Now, we're going to put it in a circle, broccoli in the circle. Okay. And then I'll show you how I did it. Okay. All right. And, okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. All righty. Put it in a circle. Okay. All righty. this is what it looks like. Now I'm not gonna see. I put a circle around it, and I use the bed for the lima beans. So, all right. So then I'm gonna put this over here. Put this down. All right. Now I'm gonna flip these over. Yeah, it's done. Okay. Yeah. I'm not gonna cook it anymore. So put this on top. Okay. Yep. I'm just gonna keep it like this. Okay. Now I'm gonna put 3 more in. And there's one more after this, so. Okay, I'm gonna turn it down a little. It's really steaming. So. All right. Yeah, I didn't want a sauce, and it really totally didn't look like a sauce, so I just put it in with the rest of it. It's basically the same ingredients. So. All right. All right. All right. So. All right. Let's see. Okay. So, what am I going to do? Well, since there's oil in there, I don't think I can dump it in there because it'll clog up the sink. So, since there's oil in there, I'm going to dump the whole thing in that thing in there, the trash. So, should do it. Oh, should I put garlic in there? I forgot all of that. So, okay. So now I'm going to check the bottom. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to loosen the bottom so it doesn't completely stick. All right. All righty. There we go. So what else is up? Okay. Was Natalie on this morning? I had no idea. So I really miss seeing her show. So, and she was at that huge party in Clearwater with Dusty Soda Fountain, Aaron Smith Levin himself, Lana, her sister, Marilyn Honey, and who else? Oh, geez. Was Jamie? I don't think so, but he was definitely at the protest. Jamie. Erica was there. Thank God nothing happened to her. And Farrah Show, I think she might have almost got ran over by a car. I'm not sure. I might have got her name mixed up, but Erica's. So, all right. Okay. Okay. Now it's looking good. So it's gonna be brown on both sides. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. And now, I keep bringing it up. Jenna looks like she has the most amazing recipes. So she made granola one day. She made potato chips. What else did she make? Oh, geez, I don't know. But I heard from Natalie from Sam made chocolate chip cookies. Passed on from Natalie mentioned he baked chocolate chip cookies. Amazing. Now, those two are amazing. So we got Chef and the former Scientologist, well, Martha Stewart in the world of Scientology. That's what she is. And yeah, I think I'm improving on presenting you this video because I came up with the idea. I think I got the idea of what everything is. The clips, I thought it was like cut out scenes, but no, it's actually the clips. I'm going to use it for my introduction. But I'm trying to figure out what a dog has to do with this. But of course, show's called Animal Out of Corner, but I also have another idea. So I'm going to use that. So. All right, brown on that side. Now, I'll try it after. Yeah, I'm a bit of a daredevil when it comes to things like this. So, I will try it. Let's see. The lima beans are pretty good. So, tender, a little bit soft. Should go fine. And the broccoli, yeah, after steaming it, it has like a crunchy taste to it. You steam it rather than boil it, all the colors will stay in it. All right. All right. Still needs to actually be brown on the bottom. Am I actually chicken and trying it? You know what? I don't know. So. All right, let's see what else is going on. Alrighty. Okay, let me think. Oh, I don't know if it's the same clip that I told you before, but I think it was the other day. Jessica Pamadessa is there too. No, I didn't show it. Jessica Pamadessa and William Good was recording Bus actually backing out of, of the Scientology lot from the back. Is it illegal? You know what? Every state has its laws. But however, the bus ran into a sign, then nearly hits a car, but Williams said he hit the car. Law breaking right there. Should they get a fine for that? Absolutely. But that's small potatoes compared to the other huge laws that they actually break. Slave labor is actually one of them. With young children being abused, babies getting neglected. It's just horrible. These people are just unbelievable. And I can't believe some of these celebrities are actually agreeing to all of this. Although I Now, Aaron says that they don't know anything about it, but you know what? Maybe that's the case, but okay. And alrighty. All right. Now, what am I going to have for brunch tomorrow? You know what? Maybe quiche. But this means I'm going to have to prepare a dough tonight. Okay. So, alrighty. So, that's what I'm going to have to do. It's going to have to sit overnight. All right. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay, now I'm going to check on these. And yeah, it's starting to look great. Now, I probably think it's done. All right, it's nice and hot, so put it there. Alrighty. Okay. All right. So it's brown on both sides. So I'm going to stick this there. And I got one more to put on. All right, this is the last one left. And of course, you know it's been marinating in the sauce. But I'm sorry, I apologize. It's not neutral yeast. The active yeast is all I got, so that should do it. Okay. All right, and since there's oil in this one, I'm going to actually dump it in the trash. All right, and there we go. So you get the idea. No oil in the sink. Dump it out in the trash. All righty. Now, when you go shopping and you're buying ingredients, say like spices and cans, go for store brands because they're more cheaper. So, all right, now that I'm done with this, I am going to make pumpkin soup. Now, am I going to make any sweets? Let me see here. Yes, I am. I am going to make bread pudding. I mean, not bread pudding, rice pudding. If it's not your favorite, I apologize, but it looks like I'm going to have to need a nut. Oh, boy. All right, I got to make room here. Now, this is going to be the pot soup. All right. Yeah, I have quite a menu here today. Now, what do they use for this recipe originally? You know what? I'm not sure. I think it might be. Oh, geez, I don't know. So you're going to have to look it up. It's, hope I get it right. Oh, no, that's rice pudding. Okay. Tofu halloumi. It's spelled Halloumi. I think it's Arabic. I think. All right. and the Armenian rice pudding. Okay. All right. All right. Needs to be a little bit more brown. Yeah, it is just so amazing. So then I'll try the tofu. Okay. But is it going to be good? I hope so. Because I did not do all this in advance. And what else is going on? Oh, let me think. I don't want any dead air, and I know you don't, so I'm going to talk. Okay. Let's see. Can you feed tofu to a dog? I can't see why not, but check with your vet. And let's see. And now I can't tell you about pet care when I don't even have a pet. I did have a pet before. One was a dog when I was growing up in Boston. And another one, I had a fish. My dad actually took care of it. And yeah. And well, he kept changing the tank. He didn't mind doing it. And I had a guinea pig, which I took care of, lived for 4 years. I think it might have, I should have taken it to the vet. One day he was standing in one corner. I'm like, oh, what's going on? And I recognized that it died. So took him in the backyard. So yeah, I should have just brought it to the vet, see what happened. But yeah, it lived 4 years. All right. Okay. All right. It's browning at the bottom. And what else is up now? And you know, Marilyn Horn, these kids, oh my gosh, they are talented. 2 of her boys, her 2 boys have a band. And her daughter actually takes in foster kids. What? That daughter of hers has a good heart. It's unbelievable. So, geez, what else is up? What is Lana doing? Okay, Natalie's sister, I don't know. But you know she was at the protest last week, or was it the week before? Okay, and let me check this. All right, okay. There's a background noise, it's the TV, I'm sorry. Yeah, the TV is always on. So should I go shut it off? Yes. So let me go do that. All right. Well, I can't find the remote to shut it off, and I can't shut it off by hand because nowadays you're not going to find a notch, an on and off button for a TV, since nowadays a television don't have one. So what can you do? Yeah, they neglect to actually have a notch in the back. If you can't find a, they fail to do that. So what can you do? But you know what? In the future, AI is going to they're trying to get AI to work, which is creepy. So everybody get together, call all the companies and tell them to just ditch artificial intelligence altogether, because guess what? Those can actually hurt people. Now, suspensions and firings don't do anything. They have to stop working on it altogether, because not only they're replacing jobs which they shouldn't do because the companies don't want to pay anyone, but they can seriously hurt, injure, or possibly kill another person. If it continues, then everybody's going to die with these AI based robots or whatever. And I certainly don't like the idea of AIs working for a police department. I do not want them to make an arrest or read anyone's Miranda rights. It's dangerous. I'd rather have a human police officer do that. All right, let me see here. Okay, so it is done. All right, there we go. I'll turn it off. All right. And then, well, let me see. Yeah, I'll just turn it back on. All right. So, this is what it looks like. Yeah, I embedded it and it worked. So, all right. So now I'm going to make pumpkin soup. So here we go. All you need is 4 cups of broth. So I'm going to stick this in. And it's already on, so I decided not to turn on another notch. Since this was on, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to use it. So here's the 4 cups. Now, this is vegetable based. If you want to use another one, then go ahead and do it. Okay. I think this is going to be all of it. Yes, it is. This is 4 cups. All right. So now we're going to pour it in. All right. And then I'm going to put it, okay. And then I'm going to open up a pumpkin. All right. You know what? I think it's getting a little bit dark. So let me put on the light. All right, there we go. Oops. Yeah, I didn't have the remote for this. Oh no, what happened? Oh no. What happened here? Oh no, 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 no. Okay, let me see. Oh, here it is. All right, my light fell over, so let me get it. All righty. All right, there we go. Turn it back on. Good. Okay, let me see. All right, there we go. You know what? Let me wash my hands since it's LED lighting. So, okay. All right, there we go. So now I'm gonna open up the pumpkin and put it in. Okay, I can find my can opener. Oh, here it is. Now I'm gonna turn this down a little bit since, yeah, I wish I can turn off the TV, but I can't find the remote. So, oh boy. So we're gonna open up the pumpkin. All righty, there we go. Open it up. Now we're gonna dump the whole can in there. So here we go. Alrighty. Oh, did I mention? Yeah, I did. Ace Frehley died. I think this was maybe a few days ago. He was one of the original members of Kiss, you know. And of course, I grew up watching Kiss. I saw Kiss movies. Yeah, it was the best time of my life. Now, every kid out there in America, although no, I'm not going to encourage any kid to watch this since this is an adult show. But all the parents out there, make sure all the kids that you have a good life as a kid, because I mean, this is the great time of their life to be a kid. So now we're going to mix it up, see if it's thick. All right, so this is a vegetable-based broth. All right. Now, of course, you know, fall is here, and I'm actually making soup for the fall. This is soup weather. So, all right, so that's it. If it's too thick and you don't actually want it to be thick, put like 2 to 3 cups of water. All right, so there we go. So we should have a little bit of seasoning. So just put okay. So let's just put 1/4 of salt. Okay. And then I think we could put in garlic too. Of course, you know I am so addicted to garlic. I can't get enough of garlic. So I am going to put 1 teaspoon of, you know what? I am just, they don't make these big enough for it to have spoons, even though it has a spoon logo in there. There we go. Okay, there. All right. Now, tomorrow I'll show you the work that I did when I made the cheese turnover. Now, when you actually close it, make sure it's nice and tight and it's really sealed, because some of the cheese seeped out. And looks like it's coconut oil, but you know what? Who knows? So, okay. All right, so now we're going to stir it up. All right, and now close it up. And then let it cook. Now put it on medium heat, between high and medium, somewhere in the middle there. So, okay, and is this tofu good? Let me see if that's the case. Let's see. Keep your fingers crossed and hope I did great. Okay, move this thing out of the way. Okay. You know what? It's not bad. It's pretty good. It sort of has a zesty taste to it. It's okay. And I'm not just saying that so, because I don't want to. It's actually pretty good. Okay. So I'll eat that up later. So then. All right. Now this is going to be recycled, so we're going to recycle this. All right. All right. It looks like it's going to simmer. So let it come to a boil. Yeah, I said I was going to actually make rice pudding. Let you make the rice pudding. Put this here. Okay. Now, you know what? Yeah, why not? I'll make the rice pudding. Yeah, I got my light on, so I'll just go ahead and do it. So we're going to need 1 1/4 cup water. Ah, here it is. And we're also going to need 1 cup of rice. So I'm going to wash it now. So, you know what? Nah, I'm not going to actually make this now, because I want to be done with it. Now, I know I said I was going to actually cook it, but yeah, it doesn't really look like I'll do it today, since we're on, time really flew by fast. It's an hour and 24 minutes. So, all right. So you know the drill. Want to contribute to my channel? Link it to your PayPal. Send it through PayPal. But if you don't have the money, then don't bother. You can still continue to watch the show. So all of the money is going to be used for my internet connection, just so I can get to you. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, so we're going to stir this, and you're going to let it come to a boil. And you can actually put it in a cup and drink it, or you can put it in a put it in a put it in a or put it in a bowl. Me, I usually use a cup. So let me get my cup. This is usually the cup I use, and it's from Godiva. Makes an excellent soup. You know what? Nowadays, everybody is just loaded with coffee. Now, coffee nowadays, is popping up all over the place. Now, Dunkin' Donuts is going on a coffee-based company, just like Starbucks, because now coffee is in, and at one point, their sales in donuts plummeted because Starbucks is having like a coffee thing, so Dunkin' is actually now having cappuccinos, coffees, lattes, whatever, because coffee is just in coffee-based companies. All right, so I'm gonna wait till. All right. Okay, it looks like it's gonna come to a boil. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna simmer first. So let it come to like a boil to simmer. And then you're done. So, but if you want to put more salt in it after it's done, then you know what? Go right ahead and just. So now I got a lot of projects that I'm doing. And now I'm starting to make a t-shirt of a squirrel. Got a bunch of other ideas that I'm doing. Now I'm going to do one shirt. It's a squirrel. But you know what? I'm going to keep it to myself. Okay. All right. All right. And there it is. All right. It's coming to a boil. Is it actually done? Let's check it. Yeah, it's actually come to a boil. Now you can definitely taste garlic in there. So maybe we'll let it cook a little bit more. I mean, the garlic in there just tastes amazing. That's just my taste. I don't know what kind of taste you got. So, okay. Maybe I'll make pudding tomorrow. Who knows? Alrighty. Ooh, tomorrow, maybe I should make brownies. Okay. Oh, okay. So then that should do it. It's done. Yeah. All right. So, everybody, you want to contribute to my channel to pay for the internet connection? Go ahead and do so. That's what it's going to go towards. If I'm making more than enough, I'll give the other half to that SPTV Foundation. And then, you know what? uncomfortable making money off of other people's misery. I'm not that type of person. So, all right. Now, hit the like, press subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for brunch.